Girigaramaho Radhikamavasham Prapto Yasya Pratika Kripiya Shri Gurun Tam Natosana. First of all, I offer unlimited Dandana pranams to the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master, Nityalita Pradishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Rakak Sri Goswami Maharaj. And also my most sincere obeisance to the lotus feet of my illustrious Shiksha Guru, Nityalita Pradishta Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I also offer pradam to Srila Maharaj and to all my God brothers and God sisters attending here. Wanted to say a few words this evening about Purushottam Mass, which we have just completed the observance of which. There are several different factors regarding Purushottam Mass that we emphasize. This is a special time that only comes, as you know, every 3 years. So the first one is an emphasis on the Dham Jagannath Puri. Purushottam is the Supreme Lord. The prominent embodiment of the Purushottam in this world is indeed Jagannath. So quite often devotees will be doing a special parikrama of Puri during this time. I noticed online Sripad Bhaktivedanta Maharaj is leading a group around that looked very highly enjoyable. Another ritual we have during this month is focus on Purushottam Yoga, which is chapter 15 of the Bhagavad Gita. I believe there are 20 verses there. It is explaining all of the tattva around what is Purushottam, what is the Supreme Person, also what is Akshara, or the conditioned jivas, and what is Anakshara, I believe, which is the liberated souls. Also is describing a lot of the tattva with the metaphor of an inverted banyan tree. And for instance, the leaves on this banyan tree are, of course, the Vedic hymns. One of the shlokas that's very important that comes in this chapter mentions the term Jnana Chakshu. This means spiritual vision, vision which is informed by spiritual knowledge. So Srila Prabhupada, in his writings, used to talk about how spiritual life, the goal of it was to obtain this Jnana Chakshu. So vision is going to be a little bit of a theme here for a few minutes. The other ritual we tend to have during this month is to recite regularly the Chaurastikam by Bilmangal Thakur. As you know, the story goes Bilmangal Thakur removed his own eyes because they were getting in the way of him giving full attention to his devotion to the Supreme Lord. So he'd rather do without them. So he's describing in these delightful verses the many ways in which the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, is a thief. It becomes clear from reciting these verses that Krishna also very much enjoys being a thief. He enjoys, for instance, stealing butter that Mother Yasoda is very carefully prepared, and doing so with his friends, and thereby prompting her to become angry and even chase him with a stick. And then he gets to enjoy being chased by his mother with a stick. He also enjoys, for instance, the pastime of Gopi Vasanahara, where he came along past the gopis bathing in the Jamuna and playfully took their clothes up into a tree. So these pastimes make Krishna very happy. He enjoys stealing things, but of course his main objective is to steal the hearts and minds of all the living entities so they can be with him eternally. So during this Purushottam Mass, the playful thief, Krishna, has stolen something from me. I woke up one morning 3 weeks ago, and the vision in my right eye was gone. So the specialists are telling me there is no cause of this happening. Also, there is no treatment. So I am now half blind. So the message of this is clear. Despite repeated warnings from my Gurudev and repeated reminders, I've used my eyes to look at the wrong things in this lifetime, and now I am paying a price. So what do we look at? We're looking at the wrong part of the banyan tree in the wrong way. We are looking at the latest electric car, we are looking at the latest iPhone, we are looking at such and such houses and what goes inside these houses. We are also looking quite regularly at this vacuous, popular media that we see online. This is all the music, all the films, all the box sets, all the dramas and operas, all the music. All of these things are Bahir Mukh. These are things that turn us away from Krishna. So this becomes clear what is the importance of this Jnana Chakshu. What is the purpose of our vision and how do we use it? So on the back of what has been rather an unprecedented and challenging few weeks for me, I was thinking this weekend, what can I do to make proper use of my vision? What beautiful thing would be appropriate? So I came here to see the incomparable beauty of Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj. I've been fortunate enough to be personally acquainted with Sri Padman Maharaj since the mid-1980s. He has been many, many things to me. He has been a friend. He has been a godbrother. He's been a guide. He's been an inspiration. He's been a Shiksha Guru. But most importantly, he has been a link to the divine and a link to our Guru Varg and a link to Srila Gurudev himself. So it's a matter of special happiness to be here, and I just also like to give a shout out to Maharaj's entourage for bringing you here, all of you for hosting, and all of you for being here and listening. So this is the beginning of me reworking how I use my eyes tonight. I'm going to make sure it's all Jnana Chakshu, if I can help it. So I pray to Maharaj's blessings that from now on my vision will be nothing but Jnana Chakshu, the spiritual vision that Srila Prabhupada was talking about in his translation of Bhagavad Gita. All right, thank you for listening. Also, if you see me bumping into things or fall over, you'll understand why it happened. Floor is good.
So where does this I already said so much. Just because you're mentioning eyes, many years ago, in front of Srila Gurudev, devotees, before they would speak, they would go, Om Jnana Drinasya Dhinanjana. And then Gurudev says, what is translation? It says, my eyes have been open. He goes, oh, your eyes, they're open. And Maharaj, Ashram Maharaj at that time, Govinda Bhakta, he was kind of like, caught in the headlight. And he goes, actually, no, they're not, So then Gurudev explained that Raghunath Das Goswami, who was the author of this prayer, he can say that his eyes are open. But when we're saying this prayer, we should really be begging the spiritual master to forcibly open our eyes, because our eyes are not yet open. We're in ignorance, and the spiritual master has the ability to forcibly open our eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Forcibly because, we're pretending to be asleep. If someone is asleep and you come in, fire, wake up, and they wake up. But if someone's pretending to be asleep, it's Mangalarti, and they know it's Mangalarti time, they don't want to go, it's Mangalarti. They're pretending to be asleep. It's very difficult to wake up someone who is pretending to be asleep like that. So as much as we try to be sincere, unfortunately due to conditioning, we're not so, I'm at least myself, we're not so sincere. And we pretend to be asleep, and when we say, Om Jnana Tirim Hasya, my eyes are open, as if we've arrived, my eyes are open and we know so much. But actually, we know so little, and the more we realize how little we know. And especially in front of someone like Sripad Bhakt Maharaj, it's easy to feel it's small. Because our guitar is so sweet, so wonderful, but also so sastric, and it just flows. And if you don't feel humbled as you're listening, then the heart is really, really hard, you know. Anyway, thank you again, Maharaj. Well, the longer you go, the hungrier devotees will get. So many devotees ate so much before, and the ladies who cook will feel really upset if you don't eat again. So, no, it's up to you, Maharaj, according to your comfort and the comfort of your entourage. Hari, oh, Kamala Devi ki jai. Can you please say a few words before we go anywhere else? Didi, right here.
Jai Maharaj.
We're on the part where everyone is saying something and you came in just on time. Well, I'm done already. I just finished. So please, seriously. Seriously. Oh, so do rock, paper, scissors, match. But you're the closest. Yes, Maharaj, they should say it. If you want to stand up, you'd rather sit down. I know you're coming cold, but it's good. Yeah.
Are you not going to let me off?
No. Or Sita Rani either. Sita Thakur Rani should also be ready. You're always ready. I've seen you.
Do I hope? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Omagana Timirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakruvalitanjana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Vanchakalpa Thirubhistra Kiparsan Vivicha Patitanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavibho Namo Namaha. So I feel very fortunate to be able to at last take darshan of Sadhu and Sripad Bhaktivedanta Maharaj and nearest and dearest to our Srila Gurudev. We Satam Prasangam Mamvira Samvida Bhavanti Hrikana Rasayana Kata. So we're coming, begging, hungry, thirsty, wanting a drop of this kata that can soothe through our ear and heart, and we can start to develop our bhakti, Shraddha, Bhav, Prem. Only in this way we can come into this palace of bhakti, through the gates open, through our sadhus, surrendering in that way. Can we actually understand and realize this process of bhakti? So if there is any, they're so kind and merciful that they come and allow us to just jump in the car and drive over. Not too much difficulty to get here. And also I hear Alsa is coming over to Wales, so I'm coming to Pundarik's house, which is literally down the road from us. So we're very fortunate to be able to hear from him. If you're not so fortunate, I'll tell one tiny story I was just talking to Sita about in the car. And it's one Upakyan by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he was speaking about a Brahmin, and he had one child, a little Brahmin boy, and he had to go away, and he left the Brahmin boy to look after his Shalagram Shila, and actually he was, quite a lazy and naughty boy, so he wasn't very much interested in looking after the Shalagram Shila. But what he was interested in was the fruits that were outside in the garden, very delicious. Were they jambu? Not a fruit that is it jamu? It's not a fruit I've tasted, but I guess it's like a massive blueberry. I'm not sure. So he was really after these juicy fruits, and he saw them in his garden, but they were really high up in the tree. So that little boy took the shalagram, and he took it and he lobbed it at the tree, and then these fruits fell down to the ground, and then he thought, Haribo, you know, and he grabbed those fruits for himself. And he thought, this is great. This is why I'm looking after the shalagram Shiva. So he took the shalagram again, throwing at the tree, getting lots of fruit. But then on the next time he threw, it just stayed in the tree. And so that little boy thought, uh-oh, what am I going to do? So he just picked up one of those huge jamus, and he put that on the altar and just pretended, because his dad was coming home. Sounds something like you do, Lali. And his dad just put it on the altar. And then when his dad got back, then he was like, have you been looking after my shalagram Sheila? And he was like, yeah. And then when he went over to see, he picked it up. It was just a squidgy mess, because it's not shalagram at all. So I was hoping someone could fill me in on the purport of that one. But my feeble understanding was, I hope I don't come to the sadhu and just taking the external fruits of his divine vibration and energy and charismatic nature, and not be able to receive the real fruit of hearing his concept and an understanding of what bhakti is and how we should imbibe that and practice that for real in our lives. So I'm humbly begging his causeless mercy, being that naughty child who's just after the delicious blueberry fruit, that he will anyway give his causeless mercy and allow me to hear something in my stone-like heart. So great to see you, Maharaj. Very happy to be here. Please bless us and forgive any, although you're dosi and don't see the faults in others, please do what you can.
It's easier if you come to the mic than
Yes.
you bring the mic to me.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपानुगप्रवरं व्रजरासरसिकं च नरानन्दं कृपानं पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Actually, I'm remembering coming here, not here, but remembering this used to be at the old temple, the big one. And I remember when we used to come with Maharaj to that temple and have very long classes. We were so young, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was so nourishing to hear Maharaj's Gita explaining so many very high class philosophy to most of us did not have. Not even, I don't know Adhikar, but definitely we didn't have the foundation to understand what he was speaking. But Maharaj has so much taste to give this. The Vaishnavas, they have an understanding of what the Harikatha is and the power of the Harikatha. They understand what the nature of this Sabdabraham is, and they know how to distribute it. We were discussing that a Kanishthikari might try to serve and help others, but really, he cannot really be of much help. In fact, we were discussing that my main realization in spiritual life is that I should just stay in one place and not disturb. One time we were making a pasta in India, and Babaji Maharaj, who cooks, we were making pasta, and then we used to, every Anukut we made pasta, so This was after Sri Gurudev had left, I think the same year perhaps. And then we were going to boil the pasta, about 30 kilos I think we used to make. And he saw us coming to boil the pasta and he shouted, "Oh, don't disturb." And he made us sit, and we were making it for many years already, but he put us to the side and he boiled the pasta for us in a very good way. We were like, it was a disaster we were going to do. And he did it very good, very quickly, and I never forgot that. I thought, yeah, don't disturb. Just don't do it. Just follow what they say. They know what's going on. They know how to do everything. You just follow them. You don't have to do anything. If you do something, you disturb. So we were discussing, that's my main, in the last however many years that we've been practicing or trying to practice, my main realization is this. You come to them and whatever they say, whatever they want to teach you, they want to impart, whatever they say, so many small things. Remember another time I came to Maharaj chastised us, we were not going on parikrama. So we went to Navadi parikrama. Can't remember which year, not maybe 10 years ago or something like that. And then Maharaj was giving class on the roof of the mat, Navadip mat. And he was speaking about a specific topic. And I came to him and I said, "Oh, Maharaj, I have a doubt." Something about what he was speaking. And he said, "You have a doubt or you have a question?" And I was like, wow. Yeah, doubt and question. Yeah. And then it was a whole realization about a little something that he just gave me. Isn't Gurudev used to say, is it a notion and a palm's hand?
Yeah, in the palm of your hand.
In the palm of your hand. So it's like, there's almost like everything they say is like this is an ocean. And I'm remembering when we used to come to the Birmingham mat, whenever Maharaj would come to, he used to stay in the UK for longer, and he'd go to different places, and he'd stay in the mat for at least a week, I think. And also, so wonderful. It didn't matter what we were eating, sleeping. It didn't matter what the facilities were like. The facilities were great, actually. There was a beautiful place, a beautiful temple, this, as this also is, of course. But Maharaj would be so absorbed in speaking this Katha as he is right now. I don't have the same opportunity as I used to have before. I'm extremely grateful because Maharaj really, he nourished us. And I think most of us there in this room, in our spiritual life, in a way that I cannot thank Maharaj. I cannot. He's part of our he's Gurudev for us, really, because Gurudev, he said to us, he said more than one time, he said to us, "I'm sending my preachers to help you." And Maharaj was the main preacher that came to help us. He used to come every year, and he used to get us to do so much service and be so engaged in so many different things. I had the opportunity to go to Brazil a few times, and with Maharaj, and is another incredible experience to see how he was nourishing that place and making new devotees, and created a whole sangha in the whole country from nothing. I remember when first time I met Maharaj, I must have been 18 years old, I think, and I lived in Brazil, and it was like when Sundarana Prabhu had just bought a place where he made his shop, and eventually he made a temple on the first floor. And Maharaj was coming to preach. He came with Asha Maharaj. Asha Maharaj was a brahmachari, and I just remember that because my mum brought me. I didn't go, and like that from it's incredible how Gurudev is arranging this. Gurudev is really looking after us. For Gurudev, when he was present, he looked after us, giving us his katha directly, and sending his preachers to us. And now this Harikatha of Gurudev, this data that he came to give, this feelings data that he came to give, that so many did not want to this very vast katha that he was speaking, that many did not want to. They thought, no, don't speak. Why are you speaking? But Gurudev, no fear. And he's those that are keeping his line alive, like Maharaj, they have no fear as well. They speak, they publish. Doesn't matter who is sitting. They know that it might be poison, but you die anyway. So drink this poison. You can die from this poison, no problem. So like this is that is very, very very powerful. Like this. Satam prasangam mama vijaya samido. And that same Kapila Dev, he speaks, he says, oh, prasangam majanam pasam atmana kavayo vidu saiva sukrito moksha dwaram apavritam. That it says that a wise person knows that attachment in this material world is the worst thing. Is the worst thing for the spirit soul. But if that same attachment is transferred to the lotus feet of the sadhu, then that same attachment will open the doors of liberation. So when I hear "don't disturb" means this: just take the feet of that sadhu, like Gurudev used to say. Don't run away when he comes with his saffron cloth and his Bhagavad under his arm. Just stay in that place. Let him catch you by the choti, like they say, isn't it? And allow them to give whatever it is. So I feel like that this is my main realization, and Maharaj has been the person that is done that in practical a practical experience that I have, and I think all of us have, is this. Again and again, Maharaj has done this, and he's doing it again. Probably today he already had 2 programs. That's probably already his 3rd or 4th program that he's doing today. And I don't know, he arrived from India yesterday, perhaps? So, this is another level of taste that we want. So they say, oh, you want this, then go to that person who has this. And don't leave them. Don't go. Stay there until they'll give what they have when they see that you really want it. So like this, I hope that my desire is slowly increasing, and I'm very grateful to Maharaj, very happy to see Maharaj, even though we have less chance, but we never forget Maharaj.
What is the time now? Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikavi Tadari Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Sarvabhaktaya Namo Vancha Prabhupada Aditanam Pavaneko Vaishnave Namo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Musladaya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurapti. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Om Vrindavai Tulasi Devai Priyavai Kesavasya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatai Namo Namah. Bhakta Vihina Aparadhalashri Iptasya Kamaditarangamadha Kripamaitva Saranam Prapana Vinde Namaste Charanarinda Namaste Charanarvindam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Ajaminadam Aravinda Netram Smarami Radam Madhurasmitasam Vadami Radam Karuna Paratram Vato Mamasti Gatirnaka Adevi Kapu Varagadgadayadavacha Jachini Patte Bhuvi Dandava Durvatarti Assa Prasad Mamudassa Janasa Ketva Gandharvike Nijagane Gananam Vide अंगस्यामृभि जटामन्दी केतन्द्री वरं जट्टं जाचु गुरुरुचि संपट्टं वरस श्रिया वृन्दावननिवासनिधिल सद्धामादि दामोदरं राधास्कन्धनिविसृज्जलो भुजं ध्यायन्तु दामोदरं तवैवास्मि न जीवामि तया विना इति विज्ञायते राधे तं नयामि चरणान्ति श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. So first of all, I offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam, lotus feet of my spiritual master Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Narad Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam, lotus feet of Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Thakur Sidhar Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Guruganda Goswami Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all of Vaishnavis, and presented all of my respectful guests. So, just I want to speak few words. I will not take too much of time because so long time you are sitting here waiting, some coming, going, maybe. So, time is over. But one word is very painful in my heart. Prembalas Prabhu, he told he lost his eyesight. So, because he served to Gurudev and all Vaishnavas so many. Especially, I know in the beginning he helped Gurudev all the books also. Especially, he published one English book. What is called Bhakti Bhagavatamrita, one part. What is called? Going Beyond Vaikuntha. Beyond Going Vaikuntha. Very nice, beautiful book. Gurudev also very pleased also this book. Well, so much servicing Guru and Vaishnavas. So for this regard, now he is remembering about Bilmangal Thakur. Yeah. So I pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu, he will again return back his eyesight. And he pray to and when our teeth and eyes we cannot and get what is the value of these things. When we lose, that time we realize the what things I had, now I lost. This is true. And this is important. And two things in our body is very important. One is called teeth, and another eyes. Eyes. Understand? This is very important. And if you're not teeth, what will you eat? Or if you eat, then your stomach will be upset, disturbed. Huh? Teeth is very important. No? Or another, eyes, very important. Huh? So I just remember when Bilmangal Thakur, he also lost his eyes. Huh? Then Krishna also hold his hand and proceed to Vrindavan. Then Krishna told to Bilmangal Thakur, "The Bilmangal, I know, I heard about you. You born in South India on the bank of the river of, which river? Krishna Birna. Bilmangal Thakur, he was born in high class Brahman family. And he also took Diksha from, what is Guru's name? Somagiri. For this regard, he, in the invocation slokas, he also, Chintamani Jayati, Somagiri Guru mein Siksha Guruscha Bhagavan Sikvincha Maudi. He glorified about his Guru, Diksha Guru, and also Bhartma Vadarshak Guru. Bhartma is the one who leads you how to enter in Suddha Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti. That is called the Chintamani. And many people are thinking Chintamani, she was prostitute. But Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in his commentary explained, actually, this is not true. And many people are thinking she was prostitute. Actually, she was not prostitute. She was very learned scholar, young girl. And Bilmangal Thakur, and he was learned scholar's person also. And he followed all the rules and regulations of the society. And he was very Rasik Vaishnava. If you read Bilmangal Thakur life history, then you see. Because at the time, there many Bilmangal Thakur was born. And all their name also Bilmangal. This thing. But who wrote this Grantha? This Krishna Karnamrit Grantha. And that Bilmangal Thakur, actually he was born in South India on the bank of the river of Krishna Birna. And he was high class and learned scholar's person, and he was born in Brahman family also. And he was very Rasik Vaishnava also. Then one day, his one friend told to him, the other side of the river of Krishna Birna, there one lady, her name was Chintamani. She also singing very nicely and speaking very sweet words and glorified about Krishna. And she speaks very sweet Rasakatha. Bilmangal Thakur, one day he also met with her. Then Bilmangal Thakur becomes so much surprised. So for this regard, Bilmangal Thakur, every day she used to go her place and listen this Rasa Lila Katha. But many people, they also thinking Bilmangal Thakur attached with her body or this. This is not true. You read Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami on the commentary, very nicely explained this way. So now coming in this way, then Bilmangal one day just Chintamani, she used these words. Say, why you are so much attached with me? Just sometimes use these harsh words. And actually that is that, realize that, and at the day of the ritual ceremony of Bilmangal Thakur's father, Bilmangal Thakur's father's ritual ceremony. Shraddha Karma. And every day Bilmangal Thakur used to go to listen Harikatha from Chintamani. But that day was going his father's ritual ceremony, that is Shraddha Karma. But too late. So Bilmangal Thakur, before feeding to the Brahmanas, according to the Vedic culture, and so you have to feed the Brahmanas and give some many dakchin, and some donation, charity, this way. Then Bilmangal Thakur he saw, time is almost over. Then Bilmangal Thakur took some prasad with him and running towards Chintamani. Then his wife, she told me, where are you going? We are not finished Brahman Bhojan, feeding the Brahmana. Then, but Bilmangal Thakur, he was running and running. And Bilmangal Thakur's wife, she also chasing behind him. I will return back. And otherwise, we'll go hell. Because we did not
complete the Shraddha.
complete the Shraddha Karma of the and Paul Bilmangal Thakur was going in this. In the meantime, big storm came. Then one snake bite. So the wife of Bilmangal Thakur. Then Bilmangal Thakur wife left body. Big storm. So Bilmangal Thakur's wife dead body rolling on the ground and also falling in a river. Bilmangal Thakur so much absorbed how to cross the river and meet with Chintamani. That means Bilmangal Thakur is thinking, I will not miss the Harikatha. But that time the river completely full of water. Lapala Barit. Big storm, strong storm. Then Bilmangal Thakur thinking, how will cross this river? Because Bilmangal Thakur so much absorbed. So how to attend Chintamani and listen Harikatha. Then Bilmangal Thakur told that the dead body, wife. Well, we are not thinking this is the dead body, his wife. And hold. And one hand hold and another hand battle. And cross the river and come. And that time also so much heavy rain. And one snake, what is called? And
Rat
on the
vines.
नहीं वो जो उनके घर के सामने जो wall but Bilmangal Thakur thinking this is one rope. Bilmangal Thakur caught the tail of the snake and also jumped over there the wall and came down and fell down. That time Chintamani, she became surprised. What happened? Some sound coming. Then Bilmangal Chintamani, she opened her door. There Bilmangal Thakur is there. And Bilmangal Thakur's body completely almost collapsed. Because so much rain. Then Chintamani, she asked, yesterday you told me, yet today your father? Then Shraddha ceremony, ritual ceremony. So why did you come? That time Bilmangal Thakur he told, I want to listen Harikatha from. Then Chintamani, how did you cross the river? This log. And this is not log, this is called dead body of his own wife. Then how to cross this fence? How do you cross? But I have is one rope. Then Chintamani is not, there is no rope, that is what? Snake. One very and poisonous snake, cobra. Then Chintamani she told, that's this one word. This types your love and affection and with Krishna, then you attain to your perfection goal. Why you are so much attached with me? There is a loving word. and prem word. Just use this harsh word something. This word was so much, what is called, and stressed in his heart. And then in the Bilmangal Thakur, he proceeded to Vrindavan. Because Chintamani is he told. And if attached with Vrindavan Krishna, this type of attachment to Vrindavan Krishna, their life will be successful. Yeah? Then Bilmangal Thakur, he proceeded to Vrindavan. And on the way, Bilmangal Thakur, he become very thirsty. And one young girl, just her marriage ceremony, and she also took what it is called.
Drawing water
From the
well.
well. Bilmangal Thakur asked her, give me some water. That young girl, and she also gave water. Then Bilmangal Thakur again saw that the beauty form of the young girl. Then again Bilmangal Thakur thinking, I attached my eyes with this material things. Because this is the obstacles to take darshan to Govinda. Then Bilmangal Thakur asked that the married young girl, and give me your hairpin. You know hairpin answer? But that young girl, she is thinking, maybe this person has some thorn in his feet, something. She also very simple young girl. She gave that hairpin to Bilmangal Thakur. Then Bengal Thakur stuck in his eyes. Then Bengal so much blood coming from his eyes. Then Bilmangal Thakur, he become completely blind. He does not know which way he will go. And that time Krishna himself appeared in front of him and hold his hand and going this way. And Bilmangal Thakur asked to him who hold his hand, Bilmangal Thakur, what is your name? Then that young boy, he told, my name is called Kanai. Or Kanai, very sweet words. Where you are going? Well, I am going to Vrindavan. Oh, you are going to Vrindavan? Yes. You come with me. Bilmangal, Lord himself, then Krishna himself, hold the hand of Bilmangal Thakur. And both are going so much intimacy, friendship. Then Krishna asked Bilmangal Thakur, hey Bilmangal, I heard about you. And you were born in high-class Brahman family. You are very learned scholar. Could you glorify about Krishna Katha? Well, of course, why not? Then Bilmangal Thakur asked, so why you are here? That time Krishna told, I have two duties here. I am herding the cows, or another, if someone derails his path. Because some people are going to the path of yogas, sometimes people going are path of karma, gyan, yoga, tapasya, austerities. My duties are hold their hands and bring to perfect path, Suddha Bhakti, that is called Vrindavan. Yeah, these are my two duties. Bilmangal Thakur, this thinking is an ordinary cowherd boy. Then both are very so much intimacy, friendship. And then Bilmangal start to speak sweet slokas and the glories of Krishna Vrindavan. Vrindavan Katha. Then Krishna is very pleased. So for this regard, these slokas in what is called Krishna Karnamrita. Krishna Karna Amrita. And the sweet nectar in the ears of Krishna. For this regard, there is a name is called Krishna Karnamrita. When Bilmangal Thakur and Krishna arrived in Vrindavan, That time Krishna, he told to Bilmangal Thakur, eh? Oh, I forgot something. My mother told me something I did not do. So now I am going. Then Krishna left from the hand of Bilmangal Thakur. Then Bilmangal Thakur realized, oh, this is not an ordinary Kavalva. That time Bilmangal Thakur, he also recited one verse. Or the verse. नहीं यदि तुम्हारे हस्तम उत्कृतम जाति, you may go out from my hand because you hold my hand. So for this regard you left. Hastam utkitam jati, but you cannot go out from my heart. If you go out from my heart, then I will think you are a very powerful person. Purusam Gauram, Purusam Ganamite. You find out this slokas? Hastam utkritam jati. Very nice, beautiful sloka. And then Bilmangal Thakur, then he composed this verse of slokas. There is a Chaura Agraganam sloka. Just a Prabhuji also. So recited this verse. Praje prasiddhang navanita chaurang gopanganancha dukula chaurang aneka janvan jita papa chaurang chaurang agragannang purusam namami. Very nice this Ashtakam. Chaura Agras Ashtakam, this sloka. It's sweet also. And all the Raganuga Bhakti is there also. Right? So now coming this way, then last Bilmangal Thakur, he told to Krishna, and you make what is called, मुझे भिखारी बनाया.
Make me a beggar.
You make me beggar. Understand? So I will give you heavy punishment to you. Korotu vikchung padigeyo hina. So I will give you punishment. But what punishment will give me? Krishna asked. Then Bilmangal Thakur, he told, I put you one dungeon. Andhakaragar. Dungeon. This thing. Well, how long will you stay? Satantarupi no muchayami. I will never reach from that dungeon. Well, where is that? Mamo hidaya karagare. Bilmangal Thakur is saying, only stay in my dungeon of my heart. Hidaya karagare. This is the thing. Very nice, beautiful this katha. Then Krishna told to Bilmangal Thakur, hey Bilmangal, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Bhagavan. I have so much potency, Shakti. So I can give you, what is called? Your eyesight back. Then Bilmangal Thakur told, I saw your very nice, beautiful form. In my Antarchakshu. What is called? Antarchakshu. And we have two kinds of our eyes. One is called Antarchakshu, and another is called Bahirchakshu. In our this material eyes, we are looking many things. Looking or not? That's Prabhuji told. These good, bad, very many things we are looking. But Bilmangal Thakur, he told, and in my Antarchakshu, I saw your very nice, beautiful form. So I don't want to and are in eyes. Because what we look into, no need. Antarchakshu is. As like Surdas, her name of Surdas, who was staying in Braj, and especially in the place of, when you are going to Brajmandala Parikrama, on the lap of Giriraj Govardhan, there is Chandra Sarovar. If you go Chandra Sarovar, then you can see that the Samadhi Mandir of Bilmangal Thakur, and very nice, beautiful deity is also there. Eh?
The Samadhi of
Surda song. And as a deity is also, Vigra is there also. On the Chandra Sarovar is there also. Eh? So one day, one devotee asked to Surdas. Actually, Surdas means is in Braj language, Surdas means those who are blind poet. Actually, they are called Surdas. Anyhow, and so one day, one devotee very nicely decorated Thakurji and Krishna with this very, very nice, beautiful decoration. They say one day asked this devotee, they should ask to Surdas, you glorify to Krishna. How is beautiful this and Thakurji? Then Bilmangal Thakur and Surdas. Surdas glorified Krishna, very nice, beautiful form. How Krishna Tribanga Lalit and three-band fold, smiling face, and very nice, beautiful is calling hair, and also peacock feather on his turban, and everything is glorified. And cloth is very beautiful this way. Then that person is thinking, when a pujari is thinking, or maybe someone told to him that today is Thakurji this way. But how possible he is blind person? He is glorified. Because when Bilmangal Thakur and explain of the Thakur's beauty, everything, and that is also same. So that pujari is thinking maybe someone before told him about the Thakur's beauty. So then after a few minutes, pujari, he also removed all Thakurji's cloth and put the Thakurji in front of him, that is. Then asked Bilmangal Thakur, I'm not getting it. Surdas, they tell to me, how is Thakurji's dress and Thakurji form? Then Bilmangal Thakur is saying, Surdas is saying, what is called? Nanga ki Nanga. Man, Thakurji now complete what? Naked, no cloth, nothing. Surdas, this also very nice. Well, how did he know? Because in his antarchakshu and the vision of his heart, he can see. And someone lost his external eyesight, this is true, but his internal vision is open. Then he can see. That's your transcendent. Balavindavan Vihari Lal ki Jai. For this regard, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad explained who is called Sadhak, what is the definition of Sadhak, and who is the real Sadhak. Bole Bilmangal Dayo Sadhaka Parikirtita. Read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, use this word. We are thinking we are Sadhak, but when we deeply analyzed, we are not Sadhak. Maybe sometimes Sadhaka Bhas. Understand? Who is called Sadhak? Bilmangal Dayo Sadhaka Parikirtita. Well, who is the Sadhak? So maybe a question will come. What is the definition of Sadhak? Utpanno Ratayo. Utpanno Ratayo Krishna. Krishna Sakshat Yogya. Sadhaka Parikirtita. And Roti manifested one's heart. Utpanno Ratayo. Roti manifested. Roti understand? Shraddha, Tat Sadhu Sangha, Bhajanakriya, Anartati, Nishta, Ruchi, then Asakti. After Asakti, then Roti manifested. And Roti Gara Hoile and Bhav. When Roti is mature, then coming the stage of Bhav. Or when Bhav matured, then Prem manifested in your heart. So it means Asakti and Bhav, middle, that is called Rati. Utpanna, so for this regard, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad And he quoted this one, Utpanno Ratayo, one who attains in the stage of Rati, and he is qualified, direct to take darshan to Lord. He is qualified. Qualification is coming. But some obstacle is coming for this regard, he could not take darshan to Krishna. Huh? You understand or not? So for this regard, in this verse 6 explained, we find out this sloka, you know. Yes, sloka. Are Uttaman who?
Utpana Rataya Samyan Nirvignayam Anupagata Krishna Shakshat Rito Yogya Sadhaka Parikirtita.
Parikirtita. Huh? Try to understand. Well, who is called Sadhaka? Then Siddha. And what is the definition of Siddha? We are saying that he is Siddha Mahatma. But what is the word Siddha? Definition of Siddha Mahatma? And maybe tomorrow we will explain. This is very important. And we are saying these things, but when you deeply analyzed, then it is for this regard, Bilmangal Thakur is called Sadhaka Parikirtita. He is called Sadhak. But what kinds of Sadhak? Raganuga Bhakti Sadhak. Bilmangal Thakur is not Vaidhi Bhakti Sadhak. Understand this? Because one who practiced devotional service to Lord with Vaidhi Bhakti, he will go in Vaikuntha. Vidhi Bhakti kare jai Vaikuntha. Or one who performs Bhakti and one who performs Bhajan and Sadhan, Rag Bhakti, then Rag Bhakti leads to Golok Vrindavan. So this is very important. So Bilmangal Thakur, so for this regard, Vishwanath Chakraborty Pad, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, and quoted this verse and so analyzed the two slokas. What is the definition of Sadhaka or another definition of Siddha? And Siddha devotees mean those who are eternal associate of Krishna. Krishna Nitya Parikar. And they are called Siddha Bhakti. And so for this regard, explain this way. What is the definition of Siddha Bhakti? And find out this slogan, very nice. Abhignata Akila Klesa. You read this slogan. Abhignata Akila Klesa.
Sada Krishna Atmaka Sphura Kasmadapi na Samvigna Siddha Syur Mukta Bandhana.
So maybe tomorrow we explain this way. But Bilmangal Thakur is called Raganuga, man Braj Raganuga. Bhakti there. Our Gauriya Vaishnava means is how to attend to Golok Vrindavan, how to become the medicine of Srimati Radhika, Radha Dasam. This is very, very confidential and very, very rare. That is called this proper. So how will attain our highest goal, Radha Dasam? So for this regard, Shastra just to surrender to lotus feet of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Otherwise, if you listen this katha, you completely are hopeless and helpless. Understand? So for this regard, all is not speaking this katha. There people are saying, oh, impossible. But one thing, one our hope, if we receive this mercy of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. One verse very clearly explained. You understand or not, just to surrender to lotus feet of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. What is this look? Jatha Jatha Gaura Padar Vinde Vinde Dvad Kritpunna Punja Tatha Tatha Surpit Hridi Akasmat Radha Padambujo Sudhamburas. Radha Padambujo Sudhamburas. Just to surrender Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Then Radha Dasam automatically manifest in what? Because in this age of Kali, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu promised I will give the highest prem to everybody. Just to surrender to me. Anarpita charing chirat karuna avatirna kalu samarpayatu unnata ujjala samsavakti sriyam harihi purna sundara de kadamba sandirpita sadai hidaye kandes puratuba sachinandana gaura. And another also Bengali devotees, he wrote this, Manare kahana gaura katha amar gaure naam ami aro dham piriti murati data ar sayane gaura sapane gaura gaura nayaner tara জীবনে গৌরব মরণে গৌরব গৌর গলার হারা লাস্টে গৌর বলিয়া যাউক জীবন কিছু না চাইবা বাস in my life only one hope I will receive this mercy of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. And because this is age of Kali, how possible to do bhajan and sadhana? Not possible. Understand? How will you do bhajan and sadhana? Nothing. So many obstacles are coming. How do bhajan and sadhana? And first obstacle is our body. Understand? When you will become very old, then you realize. When you are very young, youth, you are not thinking. You are thinking, I am doing, I am doing. I will enjoy this sunset gratification, this gratification, this. But when you will become old, understand? One by one, your teeth will be fall down. Yeah? Eso pakive, danta narive. And Bengali song is Keso pakive, danta narive. You understand or not? Huh? Keso pakive, danta narive. Mane one day your hair will become white. Now we are making many. What is called?
Artificial color.
Artificial color. But what will do? So saying Keso pakive, danta narive. Danta narive means one day all your teeth one by one also and hath kapive. Then one day your hand will be shaky. This is true. Now you are laughing, this is true. When time will come, that we realize this. And all our limbs of body, they will not work step by step, one by one. एक एक करके सब इंद्रिया अपने आप जवाब दे देंगे. हिंदी समझते कि नहीं? And one day, day by day, one day, all your senses not working. So what will you? So first they are saying, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. So as soon as possible, everybody have to practice devotional service to Lord. Krishna Bhakti. These things are just to surrender Sachinandan Gaur Hari this life. We have only one hope. What is your hope? This Gaura Karib and Par. In this song also explain.
God will deliver us from this.
Gaura Karib and Par. Understand? Only Sachinandan Gaur Hari, he will deliver us from this ocean of the material and we attend to Guru Vrindavan and serve to divine Guru. And serve to the lotus feet of divine Guru Radha and Krishna. This is our one hope. Otherwise, all were completely hopeless and helpless. To surrender to Sachidanandan Gaur Hari. Because in this Kali Yuga, there are no any other process to attend to Lord. Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Only chant Gaura, 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 Gaura. Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Cry for Sachinandan Gaur Hari. And then Sachinandan Gaurari will deliver to you. Gaurasa. So for this regard, but Gaur Sundar, he taught to us how to serve to different Radha and Krishna. Aradho Bhagavan Brajeshattanu Tadhamang Vrindavanam Ramma Kachit Pasana Prajabudu Varginda Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramana Amalam Prem Umartamahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Patradaro Napara. Sachinandan Gaurari, he taught to us how to worship different Radha and Krishna. And Aradha Bhagavan Brajeshattanu. Who is our worshipful deity? Harinandan Samsundar, Krishna. But we worship Sachinandan, we worship to divine Guru Radha and Krishna under guidance of Sachinandan Gaurari. That means Gaur Anugatta Radha Govinda Seva. You understand? Because Sachinandan Gaurari, he taught to us, you serve divine Guru Radha and Krishna. This is true. Because Krishna, with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Son Bhagavan, and his origin form, that is called Dhir Lalit Nayak. Dhir Lalit Nayak, Krishna. And all the gopis, they have to worship to Krishna. That is called Gopis mood, that is called Braj Parakya mood. And Braj, that is called transcendental Paramar mood. In this material world, Paramar mood, that is called sin, Pap Karma. But transcendental world, transcendental Paramar mood, that is called highest. And in this material world, which things are very lowest, and what is called? Degradable.
Rejected.
And a transcendental world, that is what? Highest. Why? Because what we are looking in this material world, that is called the perfect reflection of
Spiritual.
Golok Vrindavan. These are things. Or in transcendental world, Golok Vrindavan, that's in pure, that things. And for this regard, Gopis Parakya Bhav, that's the top mission. And this Gopis Parakya Bhav has described in Srimad Bhagavatam. So think, there's got spotless Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam, again and again glorified this. Braj, Gopis, Parakya Bhav. And that Parakya Bhav is not material things, transcendental. For this guy, Uddhav, Shiv, Narad, Jo Brahma, Sukha, Narad, Bhisma, Lakshai, Ralakito, Nasa, Purusha, Satasa, Sadho, Vishnu, Churna, Anant Sakting, Tang Radhika, Charna, Renu, Anusmaran. Prabhupada Saraswati Pad composed these bars. So this is our aim and object, how to completely, absolutely surrender to the feet of Sachinandan Gaurhari. Then Sachinandan Gaurhari, he will be arrange everything for us. Just to surrender means what? And raise your two hands and surrender. And many people are saying, why we are saying this, Radhe, Radhe, Hare Krishna? Everyone raise his hand. This is the call? Surrender. That means all we are downing the ocean of Maya. So who will help to you? When you raise your hand, somebody will catch
your hand
and hand
and pull you out.
pull out. Pull out from my ocean of Maya. This is the process also. So Sachinandan Gaurhari. Gaur Anugatta Radha Govinda Seva. You serve to divine Radha and Krishna under guidance of Sachinandan Gaurhari. This is the process. Then you will get two fruits. Two hands, two fruits you will get. Do haath mein, do laddu milegi. What is that? And when you will be attain your perfection and Sidh, that time at a time you will go Vrindavan Dham and serve to divine couple Radha and Krishna, or at a time you will go Shataddeep Dham, the place of Sachinandan Gaurhari. And that time your Atma will be split in two ways. That is called, you serve Sambhogmaya Lila and Vipralamamaya Lila. Because love is means two things. As a one coin, two sides. One is called meeting, another is called separation. Separation and meeting, meeting and separation. Right? So this is our aim and object. How to surrender Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Hello Gaura 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 Gaura. Hello Gaura 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 Rapchamam Gaura 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 Ayamam. Hello Bhaja Gauranga Chapa Gauranga Bhaja Gauranga Gaurangero Name Oh Jigana Gaura Bhaja Siyai Amar Prane Jigana Gaura Bhaja Siyai Amar Prane Gauranga Japa Gauranga Gaurangero Gaurangero Hello, Nitai, 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 Rapchamam. Nitai, 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 Ayamam. Hello, Gaura, 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 Ayamam. Hello, Krishna, 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 Rapchamam. Hello, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Rapchamam. Ram Raghava. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Ayamam. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava. Hare Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Ayamam. Hare Krishna Krishna, 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 Ayamam. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Rapchamam. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava. Hello, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Ayamam. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you for kindness. This Maharaj, this
Maharaj ki
Jai. Maharaj ki Jai.